Welcome to Bicycling in the Light, a new playlist on the Walking in the Light YouTube channel. This is going to be a playlist that's dedicated to adventure bicycling, which is something I'm kind of just getting into. I live in beautiful Florida, and lots of places to go and ride a bicycle. And so I'm going to use that to take you around, show you a few things close to where I live, and talk to you about some things concerning faith and life. We'll have those conversations along the way. Also, just a little bit about me. I'm 55 years old and kind of rededicated myself to living more healthy and getting out more, exercising more. I've got a 12-year-old daughter who I want to be around and be active and kind of see her through this phase of her life, and so I feel like I need to be a little bit more active in all this. So excuse my microphone's here stuck to my bill of my hat. It's the best place I found so far to stick it, but anyway, so that's what we're going to do on this channel, on this playlist on the Walking in the Light channel. I want to challenge myself physically. I'm also trying to lose weight as part of all this, so that's kind of part of it too. So I thought I'd just bring this along on my journey and invite you in and see how it goes. This is my very first video, so this one might not even make it, but I'm going to learn as I go too. And I figured you'd rather just see me get going rather than try to have highly polished videos to start off with. So I'm also a little bit of a videographer and photographer, so I have some of those skills, but I'm also an old dog, so I'm having to learn a lot of new tricks. So join me. Today I'm at Neal Preserve. This is near Anna Maria Island. I'm going to ride over to Robinson Preserve and stop along the way, see what we see. I'm going to take you along on the bike and chat a little bit along that and have some stops when we see something interesting. So welcome. Thanks for joining. See you on the road. All right, all packed up, ready to go. Starting my workout so I get credit for it. Here we go.
Workout paused.
Headed west along Manatee Avenue, across from Tampa at Margaritaville. Maybe you'll see that in a second. Water we're coming up on here is the northern part of Sarasota Bay, which then opens out into Tampa Bay. We're going to whip right under this bridge here, this nice bike path. Lots of stuff going on out here. People like to kayak, fish, of course. Water's real shallow in Sarasota Bay. So people wade out there quite a bit and fish. Might catch some when we go by. From what I understand, there is only a couple of places in the world where dolphin stay year-round. Porpoise, dolphin, and they don't migrate. And this is one of those places, Sarasota Bay. So the dolphin are here year-round. They're non-migratory. That's my point. That's Tampa Bay. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you could catch the Skyway Bridge there. So now we're headed east and into the wind. Good thing I got an e-bike. Definitely into the wind. Hope the wind noise is not too bad. So there's the compass at Margaritaville. That's a Caterpillar earth mover, and that's a Caterpillar backhoe. On the left there is the Jimmy Buffett's compass at Margaritaville Resort. We're gonna get off this main road here soon, or it won't be quite so noisy. You gonna let me by? Thank you very much. This is right along Manatee Avenue. So of course we got all the car noise. We're gonna duck into some trails up here in a little bit. Won't have all this highway noise. Another biker. Audio. So we're passing by, hold on, Perico Preserve. Another little preserve here on this system, and all these little parks here are interconnected with these walking/biking paths. So really neat. You can ride for miles just right in here. Ducking off the Manatee Avenue now, back into some trails. Less road noise. Turn right there and connect over to Perico Preserve. We just passed over there a second ago. There's my reminder. Every hour I do 10 air squats. Just squat my own weight every hour for 10 hours during the day. So at the end of the day I have 100 squats. I don't always make it, but that's the goal. Morning, guys. Good. How are you guys? That's Perico Bayou that we just crossed over. Connects over into Palmasola Bay, which then connects out into Sarasota Bay. Much nicer over here off the road. A couple of shout outs. while I got a moment, thanks to my lovely wife. Whoop. Hi, guy. My lovely wife has been so encouraging to me over these years, and I wouldn't probably be doing half what I'm doing without her. So thank you, my love. You've inspired me. Thank you to our kids, Travis and Sierra. As I mentioned, Sierra's 12 years old, going into 6th grade. So very excited about her future. She's at a Christian school, private Christian school, and flourishing. So shout out to her. She's my inspiration too, because I want to be in better shape so I can chase her around. I think she's going to be starting soccer this year, so I'm going to be a soccer dad. Another shout out to my good Dr. Walsh. I don't really like doctors, but I met him through my wife, of course. He was her doctor. Met him, started going to him. He's great, so great. Got me started on this weight loss journey through what he could do, and then I've done what I can do. So make a pretty good team. Little crossing right here over the bridge. Hi, guy. A little waterway there. Saltwater marshes all through here. Connect over to Robinson Preserve, which is ultimately heading. A lot of kayakers come through all that. That's next on my list. Kayaking. I don't know if you can see that osprey nest up there on the pole or not, but they got some man-made poles up there with a flat spot on top, and osprey make their nests up there. There's osprey in here, bald eagles during the wintertime. It's nice. I've managed to photograph them a couple times. When the weather gets cooler, I'll be out doing that again. Lots of wildlife. Usually run across a rabbit out here too. All sorts of birds. Go that way to the nest, which is part of Robinson Preserve, so like a playground for kids. Great spot. Up there on the hill, got a walking path. We're going to cross over it here in just a second. It's one of those padded paths. So it's really good for low impact walking. A lot of older folks around here. So lots of things are done to accommodate them. I guess I'm one of them now. Haha. By the way, I'm on a Covington Pace e-bike. It's basically a cruiser. Works well for me. Mid-sized tires, not the big fat ones. But nice for me. I use it pretty well. Works good. Here's that padded path over a bridge here. Morning. It's made out of like recycled rubber, plastic, garbage. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Walked on it some. It's really cool. Connecting back up with the main path here. I like taking that little detour there. So e-bike is usually use it to pedal assist, of course, and how to run it in its lowest setting, just to overcome the weight of the bike itself. And then if I get tired, I bump it up a notch, hit the throttle to get over some steep bridges. There's a rabbit. I don't know if you saw him or not, right there on the left. So it's pretty flat, and as you can tell, morning. Nice, easy cycling. It's a good place to ride, just not overly challenging for old folks like me. But you can go as fast as you want. Although it's supposed to be 10 miles per hour limit through here. I'm going 10.9, so don't call the park ranger. Sea grape, that's the big plant there with the big leaves. Native around here, find them in coastal areas. They can withstand salt. Use them for landscaping too. The landscapers use it to plant it and use it. Needs a big space though. Wax myrtle through here, some scrub oak. Too many live oaks around here, this area. Although there are lots of live oaks in our area. I got one in my yard. Turn right here, take a little break. It's one of my favorite spots. Hopefully you'll see why in just a second. So this is why it's one of my favorite spots. It's actually not as favorite as it used to be. All that right there is grown up. You used to be able to see the saltwater marsh through there. It's a nice spot to stop. So probably not going to be my favorite anymore because there's not much of a view. This is a nice spot to spot airplanes though. I'm a airplane enthusiast, so the incoming route to Sarasota airport comes right over here at their landing to the south. So it's a nice spot. So I got to thinking about starting this off and thinking about how, the Christian life is a journey. Life in general is a journey, but for the Christians it certainly is. For a Christian, you don't start off knowing everything. You don't know everything about the Bible. You start off, you take it one step at a time. And sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's actually difficult. Most of the riding here has been pretty easy, but sometimes it can be difficult. There's some bridges. We use bridges for hills around here, man-made hills. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes you may need to slow down, take a minute, take a breath, take a beat. That's what I'm doing right now. Just taking a minute, catching my breath, enjoying God's beautiful creation. But in a minute, I'm going to get up and keep going. I've caught my breath. I'll get back on the bike, ride around some more, and enjoy the beautiful creation. The goal is not simply to go further in and of itself, but the goal is to stay on the right path, the path that leads you ultimately to heaven. Paul talks about it in his journey. He uses physical kind of analogies. In 2 Timothy 4 and verse 7, he says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the course. I have kept the faith. He talks about that. He talks about boxing. And talks about disciplining himself and keeping his body in check. But that's kind of what a Christian's life is, keeping yourself in check. We do that by dipping back into God's Word time to time, making sure that we're living the way He would have us to live. So look at this beautiful scenery. Life's a journey. Enjoy it. But I tell you, the most wonderful thing, the best thing you can do, the best journey you can have is to walk with Christ. That's the best journey you can have. It makes it all so much better. Difficult times will come along. Good times will come along, but through it all, if you are walking with Jesus, if you're staying in step with Him, the journey is so much sweeter. Everything is so much sweeter. All right, about to get back on the bike. Go up the bridge. All right, I'm in a little bridge. Let's just take a minute. Take a beat. I'm being lazy, not taking the camera off the bike.
Workout paused.
Beautiful. Let's see if we can get this. How about that? That's what it used to overlook, that bench back there. All that's grown up right there, so you can't really see it. There's the view. That's why I love living here. Amazing. So beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. There's a tower there in the background. It's part of Manatee Preserve. You can go walk up that tower. I'll do that for one of these episodes. Get a view from high up. It's not something we see around here very often. I'll let her jumping. Yeehaw! Good morning. Some people are nicer than others. So this little trail is straight out into Tampa Bay. It's pretty cool. We'll stop there and get a little look-see. Maybe we can see the Skyway Bridge. Grab my phone. Maybe I can zoom in on it. What I understand, I don't know if this is true or not, but met some guy along the way out here cycling, got to chatting. Said many years ago, this land right here where Manatee Preserve is was going to be developed into a golf community. Which is fine. I play golf. I love golf. But somebody recognized the wonderful natural things that are here, and instead of being developed, they turned it into a nature preserve. Which is nice. I'm not anti-development, but I'm certainly smart development. Be careful about developing on fragile lands. There's plenty of other land to do it. So you need to be careful, environmentally sensitive, all that. I'm no tree hugger. I believe that we're here to rule over the earth as humans, as being created in God's image. We have dominion over this world, but we need to be smart about it. We need to be good stewards. We don't need to exploit it. We need to be careful. Be good stewards of what God has blessed us with, this beautiful world He's blessed us with. Morning. So, anyway, I don't know if that's true or not, that story about the golf course development, but sounds good. Fact check me. Leave me a comment. So in this clearing straight up ahead, it's going to be Tampa Bay. Path continues on over to the right there. Not going to take that path. It's awfully bumpy. It needs to be smoothed out. Maybe they'll do that sometime soon. But anyway, straight ahead here, it's Tampa Bay. Get off here and get a little better view.
Workout paused.
So here's Tampa Bay by Kingfisher. Little mucky right here, but that's the way it goes. I don't know if you can see or not. I'll get my phone out in a second and get a little closer. Skyway Bridge is right there in the distance. So, just let you take it in for a minute. I guess I could sing, but I don't think you want to hear that. So, what a ride. Not bad for the first journey here. A bird walking by out there. Thank you for joining me. I'm midway through the ride here at Tampa Bay. Back on the bike here in a minute. Head back to the truck. Maybe catch a little bit more video along the way. Thanks for joining me. Hope this is going to be an encouraging thing to see the journey and talk about some spiritual things. Hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. Look for this playlist on the Walking in the Light YouTube channel. This playlist is going to be Cycling in the Light, so catchy, I know. So more videos to come, more content. I got places I want to go. The Legacy Trail down Sarasota, I've ridden a couple times. I want to go down there. There's lots more of Robinson to check out. We'll try to get up to that tower one day, maybe when it's a little cooler. It's pretty hot here. This is July, late July in Central Florida. It's pretty hot. And I don't know if you can notice, I'm sweating pretty good. Still beautiful here though. Wintertime is especially beautiful. Wonderful to be here during that time. All right. Thanks for joining me on the maiden voyage of Cycling in the Light. And if you want to know where to find me, I'll be a little further down the same road. See you next time.